Hello, hello, hello. Dr. Alain Desaulniers here, co-owner with Dr. Chris Chatsoglu at Revolution Health in Vancouver. And it is a beautiful day here in Vancouver. And some people would not call it a beautiful day because it is raining outside. I'm looking out my window over here and I can see all these lush green leaves from these giant shrubs that we have, like probably, I don't know, they're probably 20 feet high, these shrubs on the shrubbery on the side of our house here that I mean, it's the barrier between our yard. It's like our little fence between our yard and the people next to us. And it's so green and so magical. And lots of people think about this time of year in this the start of winter or the end of fall, start of winter, and people get crabby because it's rainy lots here in Vancouver, and everybody knows it rains a lot here. And I love it. I love it. It is one of the signs that tells us that this is the lushness of everything. I just absolutely love the winter. I love hanging out inside too and being a homebody. Anyways, it reminded me when I was looking over at the greenery outside here. It reminded me of something that happened earlier this week at the office. We showed up on Monday morning, and because of a miscommunication the week before, so like a week ago, I guess it would have been a week ago now, we had a miscommunication at the office, and the plant behind our front desk or on our front desk didn't get watered. And so we show up on Monday, I show up Monday morning, and you can imagine what happened. So the plant didn't get water for a long time. What do you think was happening? I'll give you a second. Yes, you probably guessed it. It was wilting. All the leaves were, some of them started to turn yellow. They were all wilty and gross. And so like, oh man, we forgot to water the plant. And so what do you think we did next? Any master gardeners out there? Well, yes, we watered the plant. We put water on the plant, and then we took it off of the front desk because we knew that it was going to be, excuse me, we knew that it was going to be, oh, sorry, I got some computer problems here. And here we go. Sorry. So we knew we were going to have some computer problems or some problems there. So anyways, we watered everything, all good, and we put it back on the front desk by lunch, and it was all good. Everything looked great. Then it reminded me of a lot of what we teach about a lot in the office, and so I want to share this message with you because I think our plant wilting at the office has a lot to do with your health. And here's what I think. I'm going to share my screen with you here for a second. You can see this. So here is a plant. Now, if any of you guys are master gardeners, you'll know a couple of things. And I'll guarantee you probably, even if you are not a master gardener, you know a few things about plants. If you walked into our office and had seen this plant wilting, what would you imagine that you would do right away? You would probably give it water, right? Absolutely. Every single one of us would give it water. Then let's say we had given it water, but it was in a room where there was absolutely no lights. One of our, let's say like our back exam room in our office. There are no windows in that room. What would we do then? Yeah, we'd probably bring it to a place that has sunlight. So, because it needs the sun. It needs sunlight. Then let's say we had taken this soil here, and let's say somebody had dumped a bunch of Coca-Cola in it or something like that, or a bunch of gunk. There was like, the soil was just gross and it was dirty, and I guess the soil is dirty, but it was like just not fertile soil, right? Well, we would give it soil. We'd give it what it needs, right? We'd give it the soil that it needs. Then from there, it also needs something else, right? Plants give us oxygen, so it also needs air, right? Plants will take the CO2 out of the air and then create and pump out oxygen, which is great for us. One of the reasons why we have plants everywhere and why it's so good to have plants. So all of these things happen. So when we think about a plant, if it was wilting, all of a sudden, if you saw it wilting, the leaves were turning brown, the leaves were going like that, you start to give it all of these things, because here's the thing that a lot of us think about. Most of us, if not all of us, would imagine, okay, the plant is wilting. What does it need? We automatically go to think, well, it must not be getting what it needs. So the assumption would be then, if you give it what it needs, if you give the plant water, sunlight, soil, air, all the stuff that it needs, all of the nutrients and all of the things that it needs to live, that plant would grow. Is that a fair assumption? Absolutely. Right? Now, what happens when we think about our body, and this is where it comes into thinking about ourselves, is when we think about us here. I am an amazing artist here. Here we go. So let's say when it comes to us, we need a few things too. But let's say the wilting that we see, well, let's say when it comes to our bodies and our health, wilting is a lot of the symptoms that we feel. We feel pain, we feel discomfort, there's stuff going on in our body, our stomach's not working, our, this and that is not working. And so automatically we start to ask a different question. We don't ask, what does it need? We ask, what do I have? Right? So we'll ask, what do I have? Oops. What do I have? So we try to label it, right? We try to give it some sort of label, whether that be a headache or a gallbladder problem or a blah, 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 whatever it is. I know I'm potentially oversimplifying it for some of you, but you'll get the point. This is really important here. So, but think about this. Think about what it is. If we were to ask the same questions, well, what do our bodies need? What do our bodies need? Well, our bodies need a few basic things. We need water, right? We all need water. Our bodies are 70% water, right? We need air. We need food, fuel. We need proper nutrition, right? We also need movement. We need to move our bodies. And those are all requirements. Movement, some call it exercise. Some people are scared of the word exercise. We need a clear brain-body connection. And we need rest and recovery. I have a 2-year-old at home. And when she was first born, especially, we thought we would, hey, let's try this out. Let's not sleep at all. That didn't work out too well for us. So all of these things here, just like when we look at on our things here. So when it comes to our plant here, these are all requirements that the plant has in order to grow. Just like the plant has requirements, we also have a bunch of requirements as well. Oop, dude got cut off. So we also have these requirements, right? And so one of the things that happens is when we don't have the things that we need, let's say if your body's a bit dehydrated, let's say you're eating like crap, let's say you're not moving your body properly, let's say your spine is out of alignment and it's not allowing for proper communication between your brain and your body, that's causing all kinds of stuff to happen. Let's say you're not sleeping, let's say you're not recovering. Give it any one of those things. Let's say the air was just like it was let's say back in August here in Vancouver, our air quality was absolutely terrible. So let's say you were missing or you were deficient in any one of those things. Would you expect your body to work at its best? No, absolutely not, right? All of these things, as much as we like to think like, well, I'll get around to it and they're important, but not super dire important. These are all requirements. If we don't meet the requirements of our body, like these things right here, our bodies won't be healthy. And if their body is not healthy for enough time and there's enough things going on, there's that wilting thing that starts to happen. And that wilting are some of the things that, we start to label. So how about this? I'll have you consider that when your body's not feeling at its best, when you have low energy, when you are, you're not sleeping well, your stomach's hurting, like your neck is in pain, you've got headaches, whatever it is that you're feeling that you're not at your best, before asking the question, what do I have? What is going on? And what can I take, in terms of medications or whatever it is? And there's absolutely a time and a place for that. But how about asking the question, what do I need? What am I missing that I need? Could I be dehydrated? One of the things that we see a lot when people come into the office, even if they've been clients for a long time, they come in like, oh, I've got this headache. It's been going on for a couple of days. And they'll ask them about just some basic things. How have you been drinking water? Oh, no, I haven't been drinking any water. Or I had way too much beer last night. Or, whatever it is. Well, start with that, right? You haven't been checked and adjusted in a long time. My spine's a mess. Yeah, so get it adjusted. I don't move. I don't exercise. I'm overweight. Whatever it is. All of those things will contribute. And so once we can start to fulfill the requirements, and it's not easy to do it if you're deficient in all of those different things, water, air, food, movement, clear body-brain connection, rest and recovery, if you're deficient in all of those, where do you start? Well, just start somewhere. And the more that you do it, the more that things will get better. The more that we start to add the things that the plant needs, the more that it will start to grow and stop to wilt. The same exact thing that goes for your body as well. So where in your life, where in your health are you asking the question, what do I have, as opposed to asking a better question, which could be, what do I need? What am I missing? And how could I best fulfill that requirement for my body? So once you have that, just make a list of all of the different things. And it could be a million things, and that's okay. Wherever you are today, it's okay, because the amazing thing is that your body has an ability to heal, function, recreate, and amazingly, absolutely amazingly. It is so awesome, the stuff that we get to see every day, the miracles that we see in our office. When people start to take responsibility and take back, the power for their health by doing the things necessary, by fulfilling the requirements that their body has for health. It's an amazing thing. And I know that wherever you are, that whatever diagnosis you have, that by taking steps like this, your body and health will improve. Will it get rid of the diagnosis? Will it get rid of whatever it is? I don't know. But you'll be better off by doing what your body needs than not fulfilling the requirements of your body. So that's all I got for you today. If you're here in Vancouver or wherever you are, go out and enjoy the rain, the sun, the snow, the whatever it is, because it's all required for life. So have an awesome day.